Okay guys, welcome back. Rep maximum plus isometric. What does that mean? I am coming to the belief that only a 1 rep maximum can be a linear progression. This is because the creatine phosphate system can only be active for roughly 10 seconds, but as short as 2 seconds. So your 1 rep max, that's done in 2 seconds, so let's just focus on that. Otherwise, maybe you can choose a rep maximum, such as 10 rep maximum, but you gotta stick to it. Muscular progress without anabolic agents cannot be linear increases in every rep maximum infinitely, i.e. without steroids, one cannot linearly hypertrophy one's heart and blood vessels such that his oxygen recuperation can be sufficient to recover in order to continually progress in every other rep maximum, i.e. for example, if an individual has come to use Mike Menser's high intensity training approach and uses a 10 rep maximum, he may find that his 12 rep maximum is just 5 kilograms below. Does he get to a plateau? The only way out of it is a 1 rep maximum and an isometric drop set beyond failure for 7 minutes. Why is this the case? Okay, well, because firstly, you'll want to progress the creatine phosphate system maximally with a 1 rep maximum, and then you want to progress the anaerobic glycolysis system maximally with an isometric drop set for 7 minutes. And the reason for that is because you're trying to push the anaerobic threshold and aerobic threshold outward, and as you push it outward, the 1 rep maximum needs to exponentially grow in distance away from those thresholds as they exponentially grow in capacity for work through oxygen recuperation, obviously, all that stuff. Okay, and obviously the creatine phosphate system, when you do a 1 rep maximum, you're going to run out of energy very quickly, and the oxygen recuperation is required, and the amount of materials that are required, raw materials, to recuperate the energy that was just used for the 1 rep maximum, far too great for what the circulatory system and respiratory system can actually handle, which is because obviously you would need to really quickly recuperate, and as you pull say 500 kilograms on a deadlift, you're going to be using a lot of bloody oxygen, and oxygen is not that efficient, and all of those stores are going to be very quickly depleted, and it's going to take you a very long time to recover, much longer. Obviously recovery occurs very quickly, but muscular growth takes a lot longer because the brain has to think how it's going to build, and then it's got to actually go, right, we're going to make it this bigger, we're going to add this stuff here and whatever. Choose a rep maximum and then do an isometric drop set beyond failure for 7 minutes, and that equals infinite progress. Okay, what I want you to do, choose a rep maximum such as 10. What you will find is previous 12 rep maximum, which was 5 kilograms below, well, as you adopt this new isometric drop set beyond failure, you're going to break through that long plateau that had, and the 12 rep maximum is going to eventually grow to 10 kilograms below, and then 20, and so forth. Those rep maximums are going to get further and further apart because without anabolic agents you cannot raise one's level of circulatory or respiratory function, right? Think about it this way, right? You do a 1 rep maximum and then you try to do your 3 rep maximum. Well, it's not going to be 5 kilograms under at that point because of the oxygen recuperation. The amount of anaerobic energy that was just used up from performing the 1 rep maximum is going to result in a complete loss in strength very, very quickly. You can't recuperate just by simply increasing one's VO2 max. You're doing that anyway when you do strength training. You're basically training the VO2 max system anyway. There's just simply not the materials and the time to recuperate in 1 minute or 2 minutes even to just get back to a level where you can then do your 3 rep maximum. I think these rep maximums are getting further and further apart as you get stronger and stronger. It can't be a linear progression.